Hey, YouTube family, how you doing? This is Rhonda with Rhonda Loves Life. Just as I promised, this is a double header. The first video, I talked about Miss Candy Burris, and glad that lifestyle, that swinging lifestyle and open relationships and sex dungeons, all of that. Goodbye, Candy, you're fired. So she says she stepped down. I don't think Candy is not going to run out of money, because one thing she knows how to do is make money. But as far as that lifestyle, I'm glad to see it go. So if you want to watch my commentary on that, watch my the second video, the first video. This video, we're going to talk about Miss Gail Lewis. Now, this is good. Now, Gail Lewis posted on TikTok about her husband. Remember, she confronted her husband and his mistress at the airport. They've been married 26 years, blah, 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 blah. Boy, did I feel sorry for her. And then come to find out, she's actually his second wife. She was allegedly a mistress to him, to the first wife. She was his side piece when he was married before. Now, I'm like, oh my God. You know the phrase, you lose them how you catch them? To me, it's like, I got so many questions for Miss Gail. I do. Because listen, you get my age, and she is in my age group. You kind of understand how life works, and you kind of know it's just with experience come knowledge, and sometimes you'll be blessed with some wisdom. And the few I got in my head, I can spot and see what's going on with her. But I got a lot of questions before I assume that I know anything. One of the things is, here's a couple of questions I got from Miss Gail. Number one, were you really a side piece to this man, his first wife? Here's another question. Were you sharing this man? Because he was in finance. Now, see, I'm an accountant by trade. And if you were in accounting or finance and you move up the ranks, you can make some really good money. He is apparently, and they're in Atlanta now. You know, in Atlanta, I guess the name of the game is they share their men. So, but it can happen all over the world. But I guess in Atlanta, it's, as the lead attorney says, because I was watching his commentary on Fonnie Willis, and the lead attorney was saying in Atlanta, if you're 6 feet male, and you say that you're a professional anything, your DMs will be, and you're trying on a dating site, your DMs will be flooded. So these women are sharing these men. So Gail, were you were messing around with him then? So were you sharing him all those 26 years? Was this young lady the first one? I don't think she was. I think what you're upset with about Gail is the fact that this young girl is starting to replace you. Just like he replaced his first wife, he has a type. Now, if you sat in that marriage for 26, or you say it's 28 years now, is your anniversary. If you sat in that marriage all that time while he cheated, then you should have known eventually you would be replaced. You should know that, because he replaced his first wife with you, right? So that's the young girl. He's got a young one now. So are you upset because he's starting to elevate that younger girl to priority number one? She's getting a premier spot and you don't like it. So to me, be real and be truthful about what's going on. Tell the whole picture. Tell the whole picture. Now, here's the thing that I don't understand. If you have been dealing with him knowing he's been cheating all along, why are you upset now? If he's been cheating for 26 years, why are you upset now? If you're willing to share him for 26 years, share for 26 more years, or until he dumps you for this young one. And I think that's why you're really upset. Here's a choice. You don't have to accept that kind of lifestyle. You don't. It's by choice. He's not forcing you. He is not forcing you. And men, I told you guys, I come from a family full of males. I got educated on Man 101 when I was 12, when I was old enough to understand how men move, and they move differently. So if he had already said in his mind that he will never be faithful, that he will have his harem of women, there is nothing you can do to change that. You married him. You stood before God. Now, you don't have to stay in that marriage. The first time he cheated, or the second time, or the 10th time, you could have left. You could have said, hey, I'm not going to be another one of notches in this belt, another supply, because usually men like that, they got their supply of women. It's like a stable of horses. And you guys are his horses. So you don't have to be a part of that. You can say, you know what? I'm out. I wish you well. Bye, baby. Bye. And wish him good luck. You can do that. But you chose to stay. And then you want to demonize him. He's getting what he wants. He's been getting it for 26 years. Or 28 years with you. This young girl was not the first one. And she won't be the last. You even said she won't be the last. So why would you put up with it? Don't complain. I've seen a lot. I have female relatives, and I've seen it in my life. Women who say, oh, that nigga cheats. He gonna do what he gonna do, and I'm staying. There are some women that just say, some women just ignore it. Some want to fight every time some new one come up. I don't get it. You do not have to put up with it. You do not. There are women and men who are in relationships who are really committed to each other and love each other. Yes, I know in Atlanta it seems like a unicorn, a sighting of a unicorn. Yeah, I get it. But in reality, out in the real world, in the vast world, other than Atlanta, there are people who enjoy companionship. And when they get married, it means something to them. And there are men out there who don't want to sleep with everything they walk. You got to know the man you're dealing with. There are some men who just simply belong to the street. They belong to the street. All they want to do is screw, drink, eat, and talk shit. That's it. That's all they want to do. But that's not all men. There's a spectrum of people. Just like there are not all women want to be swinging and flipping and all what Candy does. Not all women want to do that. And catching STDs. No. And isn't that in the Bible? Now, let me tell you something that's straight. Let me set you straight. I'm not even a Bible thumper. But I do believe that there are some proverbs and there are some things that we can learn. I am spiritual, but I'm not religious. But one thing I can tell you, when you learn stuff like the 7 deadly sins, and if you're driven by ego and by lust, something is wrong. Or gluttony. Right? Things like that. If you are driven by that, then you're on the wrong track. Not everybody want to live their life that way. Marriage and commitment means something to people. A lot of people. You just got to find the one. For ladies, you just got to find the guy that's committed. And if you ain't living in Atlanta trying to find it, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, young ladies. You got to go. You got to go, because the quality of men, I'm sorry. If you're just looking to swing, now say that you're a woman that like all that. Like the lead attorney also said, those professional women like Fannie Willis and all them, they get into freak-offs and stuff. What the hell is going on? And you saw it with Tiny and T.I. and then Candy and Todd. If that is what you like, go for it. But not all of us want that. Not all of us want to see that. All right, guys, leave your comments in the chat. Okay, Miss Gail, my advice to you is get off the internet. He's been cheating for 26 years. You accepted it. Right now it's just sour grapes because you know that he's starting to elevate this young lady and you're starting to be, phased out and you don't like it. But these were the terms you agreed to 26 years ago. Because if you didn't like him cheating, you should have left. All right, guys. Thanks for watching my video. Leave your comments in the chat and I'll chat with you soon. Love you. Ciao.